Hey guys, it's Jen, and I'm here today with my Dewey's 24-hour readathon wrap-up. So Dewey's 24-hour readathon was on Saturday, and it's a readathon where you just read for 24 hours or however much time of the 24 hours that you can set aside. For me, my start time was at 1 p.m. on Saturday, so I was all up and ready to go. So the first book that I read for the readathon was The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. And I'd already started this book previously. It's a classic novel and it takes place in the early 19th century, and it's about a woman named Helen who is the tenant of Wildfell Hall, and so she sort of moves into this town where there's not a whole lot of people, and she sort of has this very mysterious past that we sort of, as the reader, learn about piece by piece. So I ended up finishing this book during the readathon, and I really liked it. I thought it was such an interesting and different read from the other Bronte books that I've read. And I can definitely see why it's considered one of the first feminist novels. And I will talk a little bit more about what I liked about it when I do my wrap-up for the end of the month. The next book that I started and finished was The Sword of Shannara by Terry Brooks. This is a fantasy novel, and it is about a young man named Shay Umsford who has to go and get the Sword of Shannara because he's of the royal bloodline and only he can kill the evil warlord who is going to take over all of the land. And if that plot sounds familiar, it's because it is. So reading this book was a lot like reading a rehash of Lord of the Rings, and I honestly don't think I would have finished it if I hadn't forced myself to push through just during this readathon, because I didn't want to just set it down and pick up something else. I was like, I have to finish it. So I did, but I'll talk more on my feelings about what I didn't like about this book when I do my wrap-up for the month. And finally, in the readathon, I read the first third of What Is Not Yours Is Not Yours by Helen Oyemi. And I actually still have not finished this book, so I cannot tell you very much about it yet. So overall, during the readathon, I only spent about 12 solid hours reading books, but overall I read 1,109 pages, so I'm really proud of myself. That's a lot of pages, and I think it's a really big accomplishment. Even if I only finished 2 books, they were 2 really big books. This one is 660 pages, and this one is 500. So I feel really good about the fact that I finished both of these novels. So I thought this readathon was really a great way for me to sit down and finish these big chunky books that I had been really scared of starting because I didn't want to embark on a week-long journey. Yeah, overall I think I am definitely going to be doing this readathon again, although next time I might, instead of picking 2 monster big books, pick only 1 big book and some smaller ones to sort of break it up a little bit. Let me know if you participated in the readathon and how you did. I can't wait to hear all about it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!